Do you feel like we made some progress today? She tousled her hair as she crossed one leg under the other before responding to the question that was proposed. Hmm, how do you feel? Do you think I made any? Today marked her seventh therapy session, so she figured her therapist should be able to answer the question as well. We talked about this. Dr. Mighty Moore scolded her lightly. Kenya had a minor problem with answering a question with a question of her own, and it bothered her newfound therapist to a slight degree. Sorry, bad habit. She blamed the reporter in her. With a background in journalism, she couldn't help but constantly redirect the conversation. She wasn't used to being the focal point. Exposure in therapy wasn't fun, but that was the purpose of it. Dr. Mighty Moore leaned forward and removed her glasses before speaking again. It's important to me that we are getting somewhere. I don't want to waste your money. You're paying out of pocket, and I know I'm not the cheapest. I can also afford it, she reminded her, pursing her lips together and looking her therapist square in the eyes. Certainly. Dr. Mighty Moore was beginning to wonder how, why, and when she began to attract these snotty, snobby, and downright pompous clients of hers. She loved them, though. 2 or so minutes passed of them sitting in silence. Okay, I'll answer your question, she sighed, deciding to stop playing with this lady's time. That'll be great. Kenya Y. Schumere, the Y is for Yvette. She was named after her aunt, who she missed every single day. Kenya was the first person that many people saw when they woke up in the morning as the face of Good Morning America. That Kenya was in therapy, and no, it wasn't something she was shouting from the red chair at the news studio. She had to admit to someone other than herself that she'd stumbled foolishly in love many years ago, and she still hadn't moved on. The spicy whirlwind of a romance had taken her through the ringer, and as she neared the beautiful and opening age of 43, she decided to sit down and get some help. Honestly, her agent gave her no choice. She'd recently renegotiated her deal with the news station. She is the highest paid anchor woman in history, and in return, she walked away from the love of her life to get it. Shit was crazy, and life was too. Kenya looked good on paper. All her credentials checked out. However, everything was a lie. She wasn't close to her family, barely had any real friends outside of her makeup artist and assistant, and she drank way too much. She was smooth, beautiful, educated, witty, and had an amazing, charming personality. Somewhere down the line, if she gave up her career, she would and could go on to make a great homemaker along with the other titles that most women felt like they would die if they didn't achieve during their time on Earth.